dog barking. Why do girls spread them for Gerard Butler? So that was the title of a blog I wrote quite a while ago, and I just reposted it on another magazine, online magazine, and it reminded me about what is so attractive about Gerard Butler and a lot of other movie stars that are male, and even a lot of male movie stars who are not even really that attractive. So what are the qualities that someone like Gerard Butler has that you can learn from? Okay, so I'm actually going back to my blog. His crooked grin. So I think his is actually, it's physiological. Like, I think he actually can't smile straight, but the effect of it is really sexy. It makes it seem like he's up to something, or he's mischievous, or he knows something about you that perhaps is naughty, but you don't know what it is. So the crooked grin, I can't even replicate it, but start practicing that half grin, and if you can reproduce that, then you've got half the battle done. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, his I don't give a shit what anybody thinks of me attitude. Now, this is not in a callous or mean way. He's just so self-assured about who he is, he really doesn't care. Like, for example, I listened to a Howard Stern radio show once, and they were talking about how he's not circumcised. And a lot of guys in North America are circumcised if they're over a certain age. I think it's like a less, maybe it's half and half. For the younger crowd now, but for my generation, there are a lot of guys, most guys are circumcised, and in Gerard Butler's age group, most guys are circumcised in North America, and so that would be an unusual trait, but he didn't give a crap. That's how God made him. So they were talking about this, and I'm not saying do or don't, pro or anti-circumcision. I'm just saying that's a really personal detail that's not common and not necessarily on every woman's checklist, and he just doesn't care. So not caring because you're so confident within yourself. And a little side note on confidence, or self-assurance actually, self-assurance isn't about the ability to do something well. It's actually about the trust you have in yourself to deal with the outcome, to just be able to handle it, to handle life, to handle the outcome, to handle whatever life throws at you is no big deal. So that's where real, true, sexy confidence comes from, not from actually having the confidence to be able to make that basket because you've done it 100 times. Yeah, that's attractive in a different way. That's about competence, but just natural self-assurance is sexy in its own right and requires no skill. So you don't have to be good at anything to be self-assured. So I might do another video on that one because that's really important, especially for shy guys. Anyway, so that's number two. So number three, his erect posture. So like how I paused there for effect. So he stands up tall, shoulders back, like again, this is part of what shows the world self-assurance and self-confidence. And it's a visual, physical aspect. We can see in him, he's not slouched over and sort of hiding from the world. And even though a lot of guys nowadays, especially younger guys, they're hunched over. You guys are hunched over because you're freaking gaming all the time or you're on the computer all the time. You need to get in the gym and start doing some upper back and neck exercises to like start pulling your posture back, because you walk around like this and it shows that you're unhealthy, unfit, uninterested, lazy, depressed. All of these things is what it translates into for a woman. So not sexy, no. Okay, so number four. So this is kind of a retake. Number four is kind of a retake of number whatever it was, authenticity. So he's just really confident. So confidence, again, is not about being really good at something. He's a very popular actor, but so far I don't think he's won any awards for his acting. But nonetheless, he's still confident. He knows that he can just trust himself. And that's a good key point there. Trust himself, not necessarily in all aspects, but enough that he doesn't need to rely on somebody else. So that's where that other aspect of self-confidence comes in. Okay, and number five, I love this one. His laugh. His laugh is hearty and unapologetic. It's completely unself-conscious. When he laughs, he doesn't care what other people think of his laugh. Now, I know that if you're shy, that you have felt self-conscious of the sound of your laugh. You wonder if your laugh sounds funny to other people. If it does, all the better, because laughter is contagious, and if you can actually make a girl laugh, whether it's at your laugh or at your joke, she's releasing feel-good hormones that she associates with being with you. So it doesn't matter if your laugh is actually funny in and of itself or that you just laugh. It's really, really key to start laughing. And I know it's so tough at the beginning, especially if you're shy, to start feeling like you have the capability to actually laugh in front of people and laugh heartily and unapologetically and unself-consciously. Like, if you're shy, this is a tough one, but you gotta start practicing. And if you live alone, or if you have time alone in your home, what I suggest for this part of it is to either watch things that make you laugh, like comedy or whatever, something that makes you laugh legitimately, and practice laughing at home on your own and really exaggerate it, because again, it's a muscle. Like, it's just habit, and if your brain hasn't been trained to allow you to just laugh out loud, then you're going to restrict yourself and confine yourself when the opportunities come up when you're with other people. So, particular side note, extra, just the tip for shy guys is start practicing laughing alone. Sounds dorky, but it works. Okay, so that's why women spread them for Gerard Butler. So which of these 5 points is going to be the easiest for you to implement, and which is going to be the toughest? So the crooked grin, the I don't give a care what anybody thinks attitude, the posture, the self-confidence and self-trust, and the laugh. Which of those is the hardest and which of those is the easiest? Which one are you going to start with? Let me know in the comments below. And if you want to know, like, everything you need to know on how to get sexy while still being yourself, being your most authentic self, so that you can get the girl of your dreams, then you need to check out my Wake Up to Love program. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.